Hey guys, how's it going? Disabled American veteran here, living life currently in Medellin, Colombia. How you guys doing today? My name is Markel, and thank you to all of the new subscribers who signed up for the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. So in this video, I want to talk to you all about my weekly schedule with the third-party service here to give you all an idea for those of you who are coming down and thinking about signing up for the veteran services here, what you can expect, at least from my experience, okay? So like starting this week, because now I pretty much have a full schedule, whereas before they would kind of space things out, but now that I'm more settled into the system, I pretty much have appointments now every day. All right, so like today, for example, which is Monday, I have a psych appointment this afternoon at 6:50 in the evening, okay, which is all done by Skype. And then on Tuesday, I have physical therapy where I'm going to Sabaneta. On Wednesday, I have a Skype appointment with my primary healthcare doctor. And then on Thursday, I have another physical therapy appointment. So this is how things pretty much go. Now, for those of you who are wondering about medications, prosthetic devices, so on and so forth. So the way it works, at least for me, that I found is this way. Whenever you start to get low on medication, it's kind of like the VA. You just call your doctor, let your doctor know, and within 2 days, they'll have someone deliver your medication to your location. You just go down and pick it up, or your concierge service down below brings it up to you. Whichever way you're living when you're here, whichever way it's set up at your apartment complex is how you're gonna receive it. In my case, I have concierge service down below, so anything that's delivered here for me, they bring up to my door. I never had to go down and get it. Also, for prosthetics. Now, they're not gonna have, kind of like my situation from the DR, those who followed me for a while know, they're not gonna have the exact same things that you have in the States, okay? This is still a developing country. There's some things that you can get, and what they also will tell you guys is, if they don't have it and there's a way you can get it online, you go ahead and order it, you get it, bill them, give them the bill, they bill FMP, and then you get reimbursed. Now, I have not had a situation where I've had to do that yet, so I don't know how long it would take for you to get your money back. There's a reason why I'm bringing that up. But for most prosthetics, for example, if you need a shower seat, they can get you a shower seat. That's pretty universal, okay? But if it's a special type of brace that you need, or specific kind of walker, because I have a walker, I brought it from the States, but the ones that they have here are not quite the same. So that's why I got mine from the States. I'll be honest with you guys, if I didn't have the one I have now from the States, I would fly to Florida and go to the William King Clinic. I think that's the closest one in Fort Lauderdale, and pick one up there and then bring it back. Because the ones that they have here are pretty old. That looks like something from the early 90s that I've seen here. I haven't seen anything really modern. When it comes to like scooters, like for those of you that use a scooter to get around, I've seen a couple of scooters. Again, they look like the older scooters instead of the newer ones that I've seen here, or excuse me, seen in the States that have the basket. They're a little bit bigger than the older ones. The ones I've seen here look much older than the ones I normally see at a VA. And then things like braces and whatnot, most of those they're gonna have. Now, when it comes to medications, you may not get this specific brand that you're getting from the US. You'll get a generic version of whatever it is, okay? And everything that I'm telling you all, you need to be service connected for. So if you're not service connected for a specific brace that you're getting from the VA, you will not be approved for it through FMP. Now, you could buy it on your own, but you need to be service connected for everything that I'm telling you all about. So if you have specific medications that you're service connected for, once you sign up for FMP, you get into the system, you'll be able to get your medication delivered to you where you don't have to go anywhere for it, okay? And then Skype, they use Skype here more than anything else, you know. I would think they would use WhatsApp video, but for whatever reason, they're more comfortable using Skype. So everyone that you deal with is going to use Skype. And then as far as knowing the language, again, you don't really have to worry about knowing the language, because the doctor speaks English, the psych doctor speaks English, the person at the front desk speaks English, and then on your Skype calls, because they all speak English, you'll be able to talk like you normally talk, okay? That's not a problem. As far as the internet services here, at least where I am in this building, the internet service is great. It's not like, you know, in some countries, I won't mention names, your internet will drop in and out, it's stutter, you don't really see or hear a whole lot. So just like you're watching me right now in this video, that's the way it pretty much is on Skype. Every now and again, it may drop out, but for the most part, you will not have a problem. So just to put all this in a nutshell, and this is a weekly schedule that I have because of the issues that I have, right? Because some people are under the impression that once I came here, oh, I'm just out here partying, living it up, doing this and doing that. No, this is no different than when I'm in the States and I'm having VA appointments to go to, telehealth conference calls that I'm doing. This is no different. You know, your schedule here is going to be similar to what it is in the US going to the VA, or you may have more stuff if they feel that whatever's going on with you needs more attention. Okay, so that's kind of like what's happening in my case, because I'm having a lot of problems with my left leg. They're starting to give that more attention now, which is why I'm going to physical therapy more than once a week. I think they're actually going to bump it up to 3 times a week. Well, it'll be Thursday and Friday, but we shall see. But I just want to give you guys an idea of how that works here with a schedule of dealing with the services here for you veterans who are coming down, who have health issues. This is how it gets done. Now, I will tell you guys who are of advanced ages, where you're looking at possibly, when I say advanced ages, I'm saying that like you're in a situation where you're not real mobile, you're not doing a whole lot, and you're possibly looking at doing nursing home care or home health care, because in the States with the VA, and I'm going to talk about this in a separate video, where the caregiver program is getting ready to be expanded to all veterans, because the VA doesn't want to incur that cost of nursing home costs. They want that to be at the veterans' expense, at their family's expense. So they want to give the caregiver program to all veterans, and I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. But for those of you who don't want to deal with that type of situation where you really don't have anybody that can help you in the States, you know, you're more of a loner, you don't really have, you know, people that's really looking out for you. And this country, bro, they care about their seniors. That's one thing I can say about this country as well, is that when it comes to care for older Colombians or older people here in general, man, this place right here, no joke. No joke. If you need to get out or whatever, and the cost here is so low that it's really not going to put a huge dent in your pocket by getting a caregiver here. Because I have a caregiver myself. She comes 4 times a week. She spends about 4 to 5 hours with me, especially on days early in the morning, because she's here now. She's just not on video, but she's here now, where I just don't have it in me to get up. She helps me get up in the morning. Sometimes, you know, she helps massage my legs, whatever she needs to do to make it better for me in the morning, to get me going. That's what she does. So, you know, it's very inexpensive to have a caregiver here. Right now, I'm paying her the equivalent of about $300 US a month for the services. And like I said, she's here about 4 hours a day for about 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours, depending on, you know, how I feel that day. Sometimes I'll tell her, you know, after she's been here for about an hour or two, that she can go ahead and leave. But for the most part, she's here for about 4 to 5 hours. So she does all my laundry. If I have any dishes that the housekeeper doesn't do, you know, she'll do my dishes. But costs here are very, very low for those of you who found themselves in a situation like me, who needed a caregiver in the States, and the cost was so much for a caregiver in the States, which is why I moved to a country like this. You know, I was doing it in the DR, but you know, the infrastructure in the DR really didn't suit me like it does here, which is why I moved here to Colombia. This was actually my #1 choice from the beginning, but because the DR was an hour closer than here, That's why I figured the DR would be better. But once I got on the ground there and the situation with what it was, that's how I ended up making a decision to get citizenship, or excuse me, a visa here instead of in the Dominican Republic. Because I can tell you guys from experience, the cost for a caregiver, even if it's part-time in the US, at least in Arizona, I can give you a cost for a caregiver, part-time caregiver in Arizona, monthly was almost $4,000 a month. Okay, that was part-time. And in California, which I was getting ready to move to, they offered a service through the VA. They weren't coming out that much. It was only like maybe an hour or two a day, but the area that I wanted to be in and the cost for everything else, I looked at that compared to what I would be spending in this country, and it wasn't even close. So that's how I ended up making some of the decisions that I made, and hopefully this information helps some of you guys out this morning, okay? So again, once you get into the system here, it'll be no different than what you experience pretty much in the US. Some of the techniques and some of the equipment that they use may be different, but other than that, you should pretty much get the same result, all right, guys? Other than that, I am out. Peace, you ladies and gentlemen.